Hi guys, welcome to this video. We're talking about Arch. Little experiment this morning. We have the possibility to build our own Arch ISO, create arcolinux ISO. I thought let's try it again and see if everything works. It's coming from the arcolinux-nemesis script, so github.com/Erik Dubois arcolinux-nemesis. When you zip it or git pull it, you get this in, and this is basically what I did. I ran create arcolinux ISO. Okay. When you let it work, you'll get a arcolinux ISO up here next to your home directory. Moved it to the correct place, which is arcolinux. And it is in here. So 2025-07-13. So it gets the date of today. That's why I know this is the official one from arcolinux.org, and this one is mine, right? You can create, like for instance, end of July, just before the release of arcolinux, you need an up-to-date ISO with the latest kernels or NVIDIA drivers and all that stuff that you need to be current. Well, actually not NVIDIA drivers since they're not on arcolinux ISO, but right, everything else, all the packages that are included on Arch. You want the latest one. You build it yourself. I've done that already. I've installed Cinnamon this time around. So basically the video is now, hey, you've chosen to have Cinnamon. What did I choose? I chose Xfce, SDDM, Cinnamon obviously, no ZRAM thing. That's about it, I think, right? And Pipewire as choice. So in the arcolinux install, the Arch install script, you choose some things. All the data are coming from Sweden. Some elements that you need to check. You need to make a user, in this case Erik, that has the possibility to do something here. So yes, I can update things, and it's really still little version Arch thing, right? The black screen, it's not nice at all. Right mouse click. Let's make some color, add some color to it. There you go. Now there's still a lot of things to install. You can do this, yes, true. You can do that, also great. Or that, also great, right? So double click here, double click here. Great things. This is Cinnamon. Cinnamon's coming from Linux Mint. But if you click on this thing, so the settings, we have backgrounds, effects, font selection, themes. Not that much, right? Not that much. So this is the standard Arch, just Adwaita, 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 Legacy, and Cinnamon. Thank God for that. So we have something nice and black. So now it's up to you to decide what other pieces of the Lego bundle you want to download. If you say, let me get something, but Yay, for instance, right? Ray is not working, Paru is not working. We're definitely on a pure Arch system, so many things are missing, and that's the fun, right? To start up and make this nicer. Basically, they call it rising. Now the question is, will I keep with these two guys? There's core and there's extra. Is that what I'm gonna keep? As you see, this is in kilobytes, which means not that many packages, and this is in megabytes. So the bulk of the packages are in extra. Icons, for instance, sometimes you can get some things like Papyrus, or let's see if we have Papyrus. First of all, do we have bash completion? All right, bash, oh, come on, completion. Let's see if that's installed. Now it is, because I can't live without it. That means it automatically makes it types out my command. So pap would be Papyrus, or I get the choice of all the things that start with pap. Let's do this again. Sudo Pacman -s pap tap tap. Right, by pressing twice on tap, I get a choice. I type a little bit more, and at least I have something already. That's one thing. Now, so a few months back, I think maybe just only 2 months back, the Arc theme moved to the AWAR, which is not okay, right? Because it's a great theme. Sudo Pacman -s, and that's called the arc-gtk theme, I think. So there's no arc theme available on these two lines, on these repos. Basically, I need to have Yay, right? But Yay is not there, Paru is not there. These things aren't there. Is Git there? And that's interesting, because if you have Git, you can git clone things. Sudo pacman -s git. So let's go and do that. Let's make a directory to keep everything clean. Maybe let's have a look at the structure already. Desktop, documents, downloads, music, pictures, right mouse click. Create a new folder called data. I like to keep everything ordered. And inside data, I'll put my open in terminal here, git clone. Now I can make something similar, right? Git clone. Some scripts that you keep around and say, okay, I want to have each time when I'm large, I want to do this and that, right? Gradually make it grow, script by script. Arcolinux-nemesis is that for me. And in here, I've put something for when I am on Arch. When I'm on Arch, when on Arch, right? Create Arch links, that's the ISO I just shown you. When on Arch, and this is a script when it's the 1st of the month, I keep checking every minute, is the new ISO already online? Is the ISO already online? The official one, right? archlinks.org. And this is the when on Arch. Open in terminal. There are things we're missing. We're missing the nemesis. Well, more. There's one more. Multilib is something that you might be missing. From Arch, the nemesis is my personal repo, and the chaotic contains like 5,000 packages or so. So the bulk of the packages. But we're missing also Yay and Paru. And in order to have something more than just Arch, right? Just the two lines there, the two repos, I'll tell them to install Yay or Paru, because then it gives me more possibilities. I always go for Git. There's Yay and there's Yay Git, there's Paru and Paru Git. I always use the latest one, latest Git version. But you can also have two of them, which takes longer to build. I'll just take one to show in the video. If you take number 3, it's gonna build them both. So you choose, the language needs to be downloaded, Go. But it takes, since we're building, right? We're not installing, we're building. It takes a while. So that's been done. Oh, it's finished. I know Yay is always quicker than actually Paru. Now there's still an issue. Well, it's an issue or not. If you like every package that you install to have a double called debug, then be my guest, right? Continue. But you don't need this debug thing. So basically sudo pacman -remove Yay, right? There's this Yay git debug. That's something you don't want to have, or not really. So I removed immediately again. Now it's not nice to always do that. So you go to etc make package.conf, go down there somewhere, there's the word debug. You can type Ctrl F, where is debug, and then we have one debug here. There's another way. How was it again to get to the next one? There is a way to go to the next search, which evades me now. Like this, no. So Ctrl F, debug. There's another way to go to the next debug thing somewhere. I forgot. I have to look it up again. But here is debug, right? Options. And if you put an exclamation mark before it, like this, you're gonna save it. If I tried with sudo, I don't know, did I do that? No. Right? So, nope. You gotta be sudo. And then we need to go to the options line again. Here it is. end, and then a little bit to the beginning, exclamation mark, Control X, yes, please. And if you build something now, it won't make the debug thing. So that's one. I have Yay, which means I can do this thing. There is give me Pacman conf arch and that as well. So since I only have 2 lines, 2 repos, it's not going to be fun at all. So give me more. And when I do now sudo pacman -syyu, I also get the things from the Nemesis repo, so my personal repo, my themes, my icons and all that. More settings and voila, right? Basically, the Nemesis repo contains what I still like to keep from the Arconix project. All the things got into edu packages, sudo pacman -s-edu, right? All of this is what I like to keep. I like to keep awesome as desktop, bspwm, chadwm. These are all the dot files, meaning mostly the .config things, but also system files. i3 is here, leftwm, and these are a lot of themes: NeoCandy, Papyrus, Plasma, all themes, icon themes, polybar settings, qtile, rowfeed settings, SDM, simplicity and nice look, edu shells, so the bash, fish, and zsh. Again, icons, variety, love it. Vimix, again, a theme, and Xfce settings. So all of the things that are still necessary for me to have an arcolinux system that I like, right, is in those packages, and that's it. Now, let's see if we can have the surfing icons, right? Surfing, these are all surfing, arcbreeze, surfing icons, surfing mintY icons, surfing plasma icons. So for me, I'm not on plasma, surfing icons make sense, which gives us already icons. Now I don't have a theme yet, so the arc theme, sudo pacman, or Yay, maybe also interesting, arc gtk theme, right? So there's one on the Nemesis repo, so I can just sudo pacman -s it and install it, or I can build it from the AWAR. And there are 2 guys with Git version as well. I have no idea what the color pack is. It does say 2020, so right. Anyway, Nemesis repo, it's there, number 2. Just install it, which gives us a nice, hopefully a nice way to look at our system. Advaita, no installation of a mouse pointer. Applications, we have ArcDark. Advaita, choose your look. Kind of like this one, right? And then Cinnamon, you can also use here ArcDark, for example. And immediately your system becomes different. You hate it or you like it, right? But it's the way it is. You can make it transparent if you want, so edit. One of the things I do like is that it's transparent. And somewhere in here we need to look where that is. I would think it would be here somewhere. Transparency, use colors, lights. Palette GNOME. Don't see it immediately. I think it's available. This is help about. Oh yeah, it's this GNOME terminal. There is a transparent GNOME terminal. I don't know why they removed it. Bad idea. GNOME terminal and then transparent is enough, right? So there's a GNOME terminal transparency. It's basically better. So we switch around between the one and the other. And of course we hope if we do Ctrl-T, we still have a terminal, but that it contains something nicer, transparent background. I do like something to look through it. Don't like the menu either, so preferences, back to the menu. Think in general, show menu bar, no, thank you. shortcuts, whatever, are named a little bit bigger sometimes. So 90 and 30 is something I choose. Terminal bell. The scrolling is also important. Always scroll. Limit scroll back. No, I have scripts that are going so long scripts that contain more than 10,000. So show scroll bar, don't want that either. I don't know what I did here, but I changed that as well. And then close. Voila. And then if you open a terminal, Control T again, this is more to my liking. Maybe, and that's just me. So the eyesight, my eyesight is getting worse every day. And somewhere in here is the font. And I should be able to set bigger somewhere. That would be nice as well. Text. As you see, I'm having problem with text. Maybe 14. Select. Right. Update doesn't work yet, right? But sudo pacman -s does work. Why by you? And we have those extra lines. Multilib is now extra, Nemesis repo is extra, Celtic AOR is extra. They're coming from the folder data, arcolinux-nemesis. I'd like to have these fonts also bigger, right? This is also very small. If I can make this bigger, it would be nice as well. Hopefully somewhere in here I can do that. So Arch, this is what we've been using, right? When on Arch, this is the Pacman configuration that we're using now. So Sublime text is not there, and the thing is, either you do this all manually, sudo, and then sublime, and then tab, and it's Sublime Text 4 that we can install. You do this all manually, or you start making scripts. So I open with Sublime Text and zoom in. Use not plain text, but Perl, for example. Everything that has a color is used. All the rest is rubbish, is not used. Right. In here, we've chosen 20 parallel downloads. So that's what we have now. These are the settings we're using now in etcpacman.conf. The multilib is activated, Nemesis repo extra there, Celtic AOR extra there. So there you are. You have, it's still not finished, right? A lot of things to do. What can you do? Well, first of all, I would install this, really, completely install this. Current choices, it will remove software that's not there, like arcolinux software. Install Nemesis, so the edu stuff is coming in. Core, Arch, Nemesis icon themes, Bluetooth, cups, and IC, something for CPU, managing time, response time and all that. Software AOR, things that are still interesting to run. It's in here, right? And it's basically, that's the overview. Display, bad thing, don't do that, right? So other applications, Sublime Text, always do that, set as default, okay, voila. This is basically what we do. And it's created for anything, Bunsen Labs, FreeBSD, GhostBSD, Debian, PopLMD, Linux Mint, you can read, but also anything Arch. Manjaro, Artix, they're covered. And then goes on and goes on. It starts, but I wanted to show you this. So this starts everything, 0 starts everything. And then it says, okay, now we're gonna go to 100, and then we're gonna go to 101. So if you say, I don't like the whole bunch of 120, you say, voila. Run 0, don't run 120, right? That's it. Hashtag in front of it, save it, run it. If you want a more granular thing, maybe we should show you this as well. Great option. Drag the folder in here, boom, and that's easier. And then you investigate. So what's 100 gonna do, etc. You just grab this thing down here. We're gonna remove anything arcolinux. So it's checking, are we on an old system of arcolinux? Did you use the ISO of arcolinux? If you did, we're gonna remove them because arcolinux packages will not be updated. But things have been migrated. So things from arcolinux are now in edu stuff. So here is the edu stuff, right? Things that we have are all edu stuff here. Not everything, a lot of them, right? And core software has nothing to do, well, the Lego blocks are not from me, let's say that. So all from Arch. Sudo Pacman -s, fast fetch, neo fetch, Yay, Paru. All of those will be installed. Long list of stuff that I want, right? If you say I don't want HW probe, same thing, hashtag. That's it. So if I would be you, I would say use these things, put a hashtag in front of it, and from time to time I'll do an update. You check what changed and you keep your hashtags just like you like it, right? But add more lines to it. So at the end, you can say, I would like to have something more. Sudo, etc. You start making copy paste basically. Y type, if you can do Control C, Control V, and something, right? XXX, whatever you want to put behind it, and save it. And when you compare with Melt, you'll know, oh yeah, I've added this, I've added that, etc. So here's the list to work with. So even on Nemesis, right, really doesn't matter where I'm at, you can do this. Now, if you are a minimal kind of guy, so I've shown you this many times. If you're a minimal kind of guy, you may think, did arcolinux not make something really specific to Cinnamon, to i3, to BSPWM? They did, right? So first we need to get a browser in. So we don't know where was it again. So with a browser available on our machine, voila, internet, here he is, with a browser, you can have a look at Github. Is that hub? Yeah. The fonts are too small for me. arcolinux and Cinnamon. Let's see what we get. Cancel. Yep. That's exactly the one I want you to see. arcolinux-d. The github.com arcolinux-d contains all the desktops we've ever made, right? All the desktops, 40 desktops that we've created, Xmonad, Wayfire, Ukui, Spectre, WM, Neri, they're all here. So if you are on Cinnamon and you want to say, I want to have a minimal kind of approach, not running the arcolinux-nemesis script, you just click here. Okay, that's enough. And next to data, you say git clone me this line. So there we are. We have here an Arco Cinnamon, also a bunch of scripts. You again read it with Sublime Text or anything else, but it's split into pieces. So this is Cinnamon, then some development software for sound something, for Bluetooth something, for printer, for Samba, laptop stuff, network stuff, right? You see the names. So this will only install things that are relevant to Cinnamon. But of course it will try to install things that are not present. The repos do not have it. arcolinux is dead, right? So this will not be found. But this is something interesting for you. Cinnamon translations. It's one of the packages that are on Arch that you just need to know. That's interesting. Cinnamon translations. GNOME System Monitor is a choice of ours to have a look at what's going on in my system. Right? There is the GNOME screenshot, ISO flag. PNG. So yes, that's something that is needed for Cinnamon. You'll come across it. Mint locale, yeah. So the language is for Mint. And it's something you need to know. Nemo, file roller, Lego pieces that are relevant to your desktop, Cinnamon. So those things are already installed, and the wallpapers, we can miss wallpapers, right? Who cares about wallpapers? So it goes on and on. 110 is just something I'd really like you to have a look at it as well. Because Firefox, yeah, Sublime Text, sure. Flameshot is taking images to show to people and say, help me, right? Melt is to compare things. The Platinum Searcher bin, that's not important. We have RipGrab, Telegram Desktop, yeah, not important for me either. But it's installed now. Discord, no longer important, right? arcolinux is no more, no Telegram, no Discord needed. Simple screen recorder is important to record some things. This video is created by Simple Screen Recorder, and Scrot, something to make images with. So again, you have a look at, is this what you want to have? You just remove things you don't want. All right, this one was not possible to install. We should delete it, but I'm not gonna change anything of arcolinux, no longer, right? So anything that is the future, in the future, more and more things will fail, and that's okay. It's supposed to be updated anymore. Anything arcolinux is no longer updated. There's one thing more I thought I could explain. If we log out, we get this beautiful, nice default SEM, right? That's not okay. So Ctrl-T, sudo pacman -s, edu, and then SEDM simplicity. And the fun stuff is you don't have to do anything for it. It says we will change your theme automatically, etc., etc. It's gonna be changed here, here, here. 3 places where it's gonna be changed, and the effect will be that it's gonna be changed, right? So I'll run the arcolinux-nemesis script, and I'll get this. Now there is also the Cinnamon Wayland. It says experimental. It's also software rendering. So if you launch this one, the wallpaper was black. Yes. And if we launch this one in the beginning, early beginning, it was white. So let's see what happens with all these software things. Okay. We get something, right? So they are working on the settings, and that's great. That's great. Let's see how it evolves over the coming years. Lots of things in here, as you see, lots of possibilities and changes. Cinnamon is certainly, Linux Mint is certainly one of the better Linux distributions, and yes, we can use it on Arch as well. Right. I guess that's the end of the video. Just playing around with the possibilities that Arch provides. All right, cheers.